For more on this, we bring in Assistant to the President for Trade and Manufacturing Policy, Peter Navarro, who, at least if you believe the reporting, is sort of leading.
Don't believe that reporting. We got one leader in this band, and that's President Donald J. Trump.
Well, he seems to be listening to you on this one.
That's okay. Overblown.
That's humility. I never thought I'd see humility in Washington, but it's happened. So we will mark the tape.
We have the best trade team I think we've ever had in history.
Okay, well then what's the threat? What's the threat if China begins or continues on their currency manipulation? You said there's serious consequences.
So there's no threat here.
You said there's serious consequences. What are the consequences?
For China. What's happening with China now, as we have methodically put tariffs on, as China has basically refused to negotiate in good faith, we've seen China lower their currency. Since the tariffs started, Leland, the Chinese yuan has gone down 12%. Offsetting much of the tariffs that we impose, so China's bearing the burden. The other thing China does is lower their prices, so we've seen virtually no inflation. I have something I wanted to give this to you today. This is promises made, promises kept.
Let's
stick on what's
going on with China. I'll look at that.
Okay.
This was also 2016.
Is the last.
Okay, so here's the question. What would you if China continues devaluing their currency, which, as you point out, is a way to try to offset the tariffs? What tools will the United States respond with?
So Secretary Mnuchin has branded them a currency manipulator under
Step one. What's next?
Step one, under the 1988 Omnibus Act and the 2015 Trade Act, he has a wide range of tools at his disposal. Step one is to work with the International Monetary Fund to get China to do the right thing here. And then we have tools to offset or countervail their their manipulation. Do you know how they manipulate their currency?
Yeah, but give me specifics on what the U.S. is going to do. Give me specifics on what they're going to do, though.
I don't understand that.
No, I'm just asking.
Hostility here. It's very simple. When China manipulates their currency, they do it is they go in and intervene in the currency market, so they buy dollars. Right? So what the Treasury Department has the ability to do, among other things, is to countervail or counteract that. So that would be one thing to do. But when they do that, keep in mind that when they're lowering their currency to offset the tariffs, they're bearing the burden of the tariffs. They're
But still, the money. Let's be clear on this. The money that comes into the U.S. Treasury comes from U.S. companies. It does not come from the Chinese government.
You're wrong, sir. You're absolutely wrong.
Wait, hold on. I want to understand this. President Trump says the Chinese pay for the tariffs. Who writes the check to the U.S. Treasury?
You can't keep doing this, okay? You're being really overbearing.
It's a lot easier if you answer the question.
Demonstrating a lack of understanding of the dynamics of this.
To the U.S. Treasury.
Sir, what are you doing here?
I'm just asking a question.
Give me a chance to
go ahead,
respond?
Please.
So, China lowers the value of their currency, and that translates to a lower price. So it totally offsets any kind of tariff impact. They wind up paying for it. They're also cutting their prices. So you're talking about a paper transaction when in fact China bears the burden through the lower tariff.
Okay, so
you understand this. If you put a tariff on of 10% and they lower their currency by 12%, right? Are consumers hurt? Absolutely not. We have raised $35 billion worth of tariffs from the China tariffs. They've borne the entire burden. And by the way, we've had the backs of our farmers by using some of those tariff revenues to basically make those farmers whole when they're being attacked.
But sir, hold on.
We got to back off here. You were going.
Okay, how far back?
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
Let me good because.
Okay, I'll try to roll off the set. Hold on. You just said the farmers were made whole.
Sir.
You just said the farmers were made whole. I asked the questions, you answered. You just said the farmers were made whole. I've had a number of farmers on this program who said they are not made whole at all. Are they not telling the truth?
Sir, that's a silly question you're asking me because I haven't met those farmers. I haven't heard you talking to them. Here's what I know.
Okay.
The Secretary of Agriculture, Sonny Perdue, has a program in which he's basically made those farmers whole using payments that we've gotten from
So just because the Secretary of Agriculture says they've been made whole, we should just take the administration's word for it? and not talk to the farmers?
You know, this hostility is.
This isn't hostile, sir. I'm not sure what you're interested in an interview, but typically people ask questions and they get an answer.
All you keep doing is interrupt me. That's all you do here. You roll back the tape here. All you do is start to answer.
Clearly, they're not an answer. It's a filibuster. We got to run. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
After you interrupted me.
It's a lot
easier.
Probably
30 times.
If you answer the questions, it's a lot easier.
We
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Kristen.
All right. Well.